Hello and welcome 3D designers. You're watching a 10-minute tutorial by 3D Design on the basics of solid modeling. What is solid modeling, you may ask? Well, solid modeling is the term used for any CAD software which refers to the addition and subtraction of 3D material in order to make a part. We will be using basic solid modeling techniques today while we make our foam dart model. Have you ever had the idea to design something really cool, but you didn't think you knew how to make it a reality? This 10-minute tutorial should make all of your designer's doubt disappear. Okay, so let's get this started. Double click on PTC Creo Parametric. Click on New to make a new part file, and we are going to name this Foam Dart V1. Middle click, enter, or hit OK, and make sure your Use Default Template box is checked. Okay, as you can see, we are brought to the part workspace once again. In order to make the base of our dart, we need to make a sketch. Every industry-leading CAD software bases its 3D solid geometry off of 2D sketches created by you. So let's start sketching the base profile of our dart. Click on Extrude, and Creo will automatically take you to the sketcher as soon as you click on a datum plane. You may select whichever plane you like, but I'm going to select right. The outside of your Nerf dart is 0.5 inches. In diameter. So in order to create that profile, you need to click on circle. As you can see, you have center point, concentric, 3 point, and 3 tangent. We're going to do center and point. Click on the center, wait until it snaps into the middle of your kind of crosshairs here, your center lines that cross, and drag out a circle. It doesn't matter what size you do it at first, because we're going to dimension everything. Middle click to finish. Like that. As you can see, started you with a very large circle. Most Nerf darts that I see are not 252 inches in diameter. They're 0.5 inches in diameter. So in order to edit that, double click on your dimension and enter in 0.5. As you can see, we have the outside of our circle done. Now create the inside of your dart, which is 0.275 inches in diameter. And let's say you wanted your software to read you your dimensions in radial form. Right click on your dimension and select one of these options: radius, linear, modify. I'm going to select linear. So as you can see, it tells you the width of your circle from this point to that point. 2 linear points along the circle. So our sketch looks done. That's what a Nerf dart looks like from the bottom. Click check, and Creo will make it some certain size automatically. Mine did 216.51 inches. That is a long Nerf dart. Switch that to 2.5 by simply double clicking on it and entering in your dimension. And if it disappeared like that, this is your orientation and view bar. So you click on saved orientations, it's the cube with the little checklist next to it, and click default orientation, and then zoom in like that. You zoom in by using your middle mouse wheel and scrolling it towards your hand. And in order to pan, you click down on your middle mouse wheel and click shift, and you'll pan. And if you want to rotate, click Control, middle mouse button. Wait, that's zoom. Yeah, if you want to rotate, click Control and your middle mouse button to zoom or rotate. Like that. 2.5 inches, click check. As you can see, it zoomed us into our dart very closely. So there is the base profile of your foam dart body. As you can see, the default material is gray. You can change all of your defaults in File, and options. If you want to know more about how to do that, look at my previous tutorial video and you'll learn how to set all your options and what some of the options do as well. So we have our body for the Nerf dart. What we did was we added material referencing this 2D sketch. So let's say we made the Nerf dart and it was too big. We accidentally forgot to edit a dimension or something. So in order to fix that, you simply go to your model tree, click on Extrude 1, and then click Edit Definition. Or you can use the keys Control plus E, but I find it easier to navigate to the Edit Definition button with your mouse than with your keys. So now you can edit the height of your extrusion and the direction of it by clicking on these arrows. Or if your dart was too big, like I mentioned earlier, just click on section 1 and click edit. In the same fashion, it will bring you to section 1, which is what this sketch is called. Your dimensions should look like so. Click check. Okay, so let's make the head of our dart. Click on the front plane or the top plane and then click revolve. What we're going to do is create a sketch that revolves around a certain center line to create 3D geometry. So start with the center line. This is the center line that we're going to revolve around. 360 degrees to create the dart tip. The base of your dart tip is 0.23 inches. That's the radius. Double click on your dimension and enter in the number accordingly. Create another center line by clicking on center line. Move it to your default center line. Drag it up until it's perpendicular. Middle click to exit. Double click on your dimension and enter in 0.3. That is for the height of your dart tip. And we will draw another line. As you can see, this constraint snapped in equal to this line, so we cannot edit this line without this line also changing. So now we need to delete this if we want these to be different heights. The dart tips don't go straight out like that, they have a slight angle. So in order to achieve an angle like that, you need to delete that constraint by clicking on it, right clicking on it, and then clicking on the delete on the pop-up. As you can see, a dimension popped up for us to edit, and that would be 0.22 inches. And now we're going to create another line, so click on the line tool. Boom. And as you can see, there's a slight angle. And we're going to create the inner profile of the dart that goes into the dart body. That's the part that you would glue. So click here and drag out your dimension, your line. Make sure it snaps into equal. As you can see, that constraint pops up. So click, not middle click like I just did. And once you're done making your profile, middle click. As you can see, there are little red squares over here. What those mean is that your sketch will not be able to be created into 3D geometry because there is a lonely 2D profile. This line right here has no volume, so Creo cannot make it into anything 3D. Neither can it ignore that it's there. So you need to delete that segment by going to your editing section. There are lots of things you can do as far as editing lines in a similar fashion, but we're going to do delete segment or control delete. Control delete. Drag the line. As you can see, there's a line that you can drag. It will delete any segment that it crosses over. As you can see, once you middle click, it will be highlighted in a faint orange color. This means that your boundary is watertight and Creo has the ability to make this into a 3D volume. So just to make sure that Creo doesn't get confused, delete this center line so it doesn't think we want to revolve around that. Add a center line to the bottom of our profile so it knows that's where we want to revolve. Click OK. And this is what your dart should look like. Click on your middle mouse button to orbit around it. As you can see, created a 3D piece of geometry for us, which is our dart tip. Click check. Doesn't look bad. It's a little gray, but we can fix that.